Operations is very Moorish in a Space Marine 2. I'm going to give you a bit of gameplay from it and explain why I like this mode in the game and help you understand what on earth you're looking at, why you may want to play it. So Space Marine 2's been out, I don't know now, a couple of months I'd say. And I'm in the main battle barge area here. If I hit the touchpad, I can fast travel to the armoring hall. And there's been a few little enhancements to the game, like the ability to play solo and all that sort of stuff. But what keeps me coming back to this mode is strange, because I keep playing the same level again and again. But I like doing it because the combat is fun, and I quite like the progression system, which although isn't that exciting, I don't know, there's just something about it that I keep quite happily progressing. So rather than just progress one class, what's keeping it interesting for me is I keep flicking between the different classes. So you can see Tactical I've got to level 5, Assault level 2, Vanguard level 19, which is my most developed class. The Bulwark I've got to level 11, the Sniper level 11, and the Heavy 2. Now, part of the reason for that is just for a bit of variety of gameplay, but also for the channel for me to have a clue what each class does. And you can see Heavy is one I still need to do. Now, each of these takes quite a bit of XP to progress, so that's why I've not got them all up, because you're talking hours and hours of game time. Typically, you're talking one level or maybe two, depending on where it is, per sort of operation that you do, depending on how well you do in there and the amount of XP that you earn. So the things that keep it interesting, though, in my opinion, is that each of the classes plays slightly differently. So the Bulwark is more about helping the rest of the clan taking on the hordes with your massive old power sword or whatever sort of melee weapon you've got here. You've got the bolt pistol for ranged attack, but you've got this whopping big shield here to protect you and your fellow Space Marines. Or you can go a bit gung-ho with the Vanguard, where you sort of leap into battle with a grapnel gun and you smash everyone, but you're also that more susceptible to getting hit yourself, so it's sort of jump in, jump out, that sort of thing. You've got the Sniper, where you can shoot from range. You've got to be very careful that you don't get ambushed yourself, otherwise you're in trouble. But you've got the Camo Cloak to defend yourself from distance. But this big old gun here is pretty cool. And basically what we've got is the ability to develop these weapons further, which is one of the things that keeps it interesting. So anything with an exclamation mark on it means there's something I can do with this. So if I look at this gun here, you can see what I've basically got now is a mastery point available in the perk tree. So as you use these weapons, you can basically unlock these different things here, and when you develop them fully, you'll get a mastery point for it, and you can spend that in the perk tree here. So now I've got that, I could put this on here, and then it says when your health is below 30%, shots charged 25% faster. Super duper, so I will invest that there. Now what I can do, even though I'm not all the way to here, is I could say, right, let's try this alternate version of the gun now. And when I'm out using that, I'd have to buy it first. I have to use the, I forgot what they are, requisition points up above my head that I get from playing. So I can buy that for 60 of those. And then I'm now going to be using this iteration of the gun. So these things here vary slightly between the two. So you can see I've got more magazine capacity with this one. But as I get up to 1800 there, I would then be able to have another mastery point. The game also gives you options as well. So you can see up above me there, the little green things that say 17, that's armory data. So I've got loads of armory data, and I can fast track the mastery of this gun and release that mastery point real quick by just spending one of those. And as I've got loads, why not? Let's do that. So that's now got, you can see I've got mastery point there of 1. I can go to the perk tree and then continue developing this. So headshots now deal 10% more damage. Happy days. Once I get to here, there will be an option here that says unlock this for one of these armory data points. So this second one here, I need the purple one, and then I'll be able to unlock these weapons here and continue progressing the development of that weapon. I can also change the appearance of the weapon here, like you can see here, and it's telling me, look, there's a new version available. And as we go up to relic, then the gun looks cooler and cooler. So that's quite fun that you can level up your weapons that way. We can do the same sort of thing with the combat knife here. So you can see we've got different ones available, and then I can just build up the skill set of this knife if I so wish. But I'm not actually working on the Sniper at the minute, so I'm more working on the Bulwark, which is what I'm going to give you a bit of sort of gameplay of in a minute. So the armor you can also edit, which is quite fun. As we progress the levels, we can get all the way up to this rather cool look here, which if I preview, you can see the Bulwark looks really, really cool. Love those sort of things there, but that would be if I get all the way to level 25, I think that is. Oh no, sorry, it's the victory missions. So that's 37 more missions to get that look. So that's kind of fun. The more victories you get, either in operations, which is what I'm focusing on here, or you could go into PvP and they count towards these if you play as this class, and you'll gradually get to these super duper versions of these. You can also customize the armor to an extent, so I can have different logos on the arm here, like we see on the pauldrons. So I can change those. I can change colors of things, the greaves and all that. So it's nice. There's a little bit of customization there. You've also got the Astartes chapters where you can unlock different ones, different looks. And some of these are unique to the DLC. So if you get the DLC, certain ones like this are only available to those, and you have to spend your requisition points unlocking those if you wish. But I've got the ones that I like the look of, so that's all cool. So you get the idea there that we develop all those weapons. Actually, if I just look at that again, you can see that the Bulwark, I've got the relic bolt pistol here, but the power sword I'm still developing. That's on artificer level. The other thing I forgot to show you is the perk tree for the Bulwark, and this is fun as well, that as we level up the Bulwark we can unlock different sort of abilities or perks, and these help. So you can see when your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health, and each of these columns I can pick one perk from these. So I'm now up to this level where I unlock this one. A perfectly timed parry deals an area of effect damage within a 5-meter radius, which is quite fun. But if I pick that, that would mean this one would be the one that I wouldn't have instead. So it's up to you which build you do, and this, you know, is going to vary as we progress through. So let me give you a bit of gameplay and explain how that all works as well. So we'll fast travel back to the launch bay and talk about the interact menu here. So this is where you pick a mission. So we've got operations is where we're focused on. The threat here, I can change this to different ones, which I quite like, because if I'm not feeling, you know, like I want to have a real big serious fight, then I might change the threat to a lower tier one such as this. This means the armory data that I may or may not find when I'm walking through would only be mastercrafted. This one artificer, and they are used, that's that purple and the green one that we were using to unlock the weapons from before. So substantial would be a reasonable challenge. Level 10, I'm level 11 I think at the minute, so that's quite a challenge for me, and that's what I'm going to go for. You can see the enemies are formidable. First incapacitation, let's try and pronounce it right, inflicts a mortal wound. So we'll go with that one, we'll accept that. And the other thing I can do is I can change to a solo mode, but that's incredibly hard. So I'm going to leave that off, but I can hit triangle to turn that on and then just play on my own with 2 bots as my companions. But if you get hit, you drop down on the floor. Your bots don't pick you up, which is really frustrating because you basically got one chance. If you fall down, that's it, game over. You've then got 7 different operations modes that you can pick, the quickest of which to complete is decapitation, and this is the one that I tend to do a lot. It does have a bit of a challenge at the end with a big boss, but it's relatively quick to pump through, so about 20 minutes, which is what I'm going to do here, and then cut the bit of gameplay for you. And you can see it tells us what to do here, and if we get the armory data, we would get that purple one, 1260 XP, so let's go with that. The one downside with the game is it's still a bit hit and miss who you join with, so there's certainly a case for having other people in your squad over other people, but sometimes you will get a very powerful squad member jump in and they will carry you through the mission. So I have had cases where I'm a bit low tier for the level that I'm trying to complete. We have a high ranking person join in, and happy days. So it looks like these two are already playing, so that I can just join in here and it will launch me into a particular area where they are already. They may have just started, or they may be partway through the mission. And I quite like that the game jumps someone in to help you if you lose a player, if they leave and disconnect the game for you. So I'm right at the start here with our other people here, Balzabel and Sneaky Dave, who sound like 2 epic Space Marines. I've gone completely the wrong way. I don't even know where I am. There we go. And we'll go ahead and see what goes on here. So I suppose things that keep this sort of nice and varied is you have no idea whether these 2 players are any good or not, what classes they're fighting at. We can see that now as they're flying in. And I'm sort of joining in and seeing whether I can help them out whilst talking to you guys. But the combination of skills that we've got between the 3 classes will really largely depend on whether we are a success or not, and also what level these guys are at. But they look pretty competent. We've got a heavy there, and it looked like Not sure what the other one was, whether it was a assault, I think, possibly. I'm still not very good at figuring out the logos. So let's see, but they look like they know what they're doing, which is good. Probably better than me because I'm yakking to you guys as I'm playing. I'll probably cut bits in and out that I find interesting. So you can see, because we're playing on that substantial one, it's very easy for me to lose my armor rating when I get hit by something. So I need to be careful. And I could really do with getting some of that armor back. There's a dude trying to shoot me there. So that was dodgy. This would be a good place to drop that banner, which would regenerate my armor. That was just nicely timed, although I've got hit hard there. I'm trying to stay in my banner, but I'm getting hit hard here. There's all sorts of things here. Just within the area. Wow. So just going to drop a grenade, try and wipe some of these guys out. Have no idea where my fellow Space Marines have gone. There's Sneaky Dave over there, but we are in trouble here. Particularly me, I'm getting hit so hard here. I think it's that thing keeps shooting me. I'm going to try and take that out. Oh no, so I've got a mortal wound there, and this is an example of where you really need your fellow Marines to help you out. So over solo, at least they sort of sort you out there. I don't know where the other guy went. He's gone over there. So hit the touchpad, we can see who we've got. We've got a level 15 Sneaky Dave. I'm a level 11, and Balzabel should not be on here. They're a level 3. So they're looking to take advantage of our levels, and we are going to struggle because of that. We'll see how we go, but you can see they're already struggling with their health, and whether we can carry them through, I'm not sure. This is quite a tough level to do with someone that much lower level. The gun strike and different ways of attacking people, the executions and stuff in the game are a lot of fun. You've got the ranged attack with the bolt pistol that we've got, where I'm just firing at that there. But the Bulwark having the shield, now we're doing execution. So you can see Beelzebul has fell down there, been done. I'll help them out. But this is frustrating that they are in on this, because they're going to be trying to take all of the goodies to help them, and we're going to be trying to carry them. We've also got loads of enemies here. Ammunition is less plentiful on this substantial challenge than it is on other ones, but whether we will get all the way through, I do not know. We'll have a go. We will get a certain amount of XP for completing however many stages of the level that we get, but whether we'll get to the end, I don't know. So the Bulwark has various different skills at their sort of disposal. We've got the big old power sword. We've got the ability to block with a shield. We can shield bash. We can parry as enemies come in. Or we could just knock the heck out of them like so. We've got that lovely chapter banner which recharges in the center. So you can see so many enemies coming in at us now. Drop a grenade. We are in trouble here. It's a massive enemy wave as it warns us in the middle. I could do with my banner to give us a bit of... Oh wow. Now we're in trouble. So Balzabul is attempting to roll away from everything until the rest of us respawn. So if he can do that for 25 seconds, we can get back in. Now, let's see whether he can heal me. This is a brave tactic. Wow, actually I'm quite impressed at that. So I think he's actually a good player because he's got Sneaky Dave back up. I'm back in 10 seconds. They might just have survived that onslaught enough for us to all get back in, which was actually respect for that. So I guess he's a player who has played the game quite a bit with another class. And he has now just been wiped out, but we can now resurrect. Always best to go off the beaten track, and sometimes you'll find some other goodies like these grenades. Nice. Ooh, armory data. So that's a purple one we found. So that is well worth checking off the beaten track. So what we need to do now is survive the entire level, and we will get that armory data as a reward. If we die by the end, though, which is quite possible, we wouldn't get it. So this is difficult. So I'm trying to keep next to this here, just to keep my armor good. Down. And then executing things replenishes your armor, so it's important to try and finish enemies as best you can. So you can see the artwork of the levels is beautiful. I mean, that bridge looks epic, doesn't it? Look at that. The swarm is coming. And the swarm seems to vary each time. So the swarm is coming this way at the minute, whereas it sometimes comes over there. So we've just got to defend the area. And you can see they come left and right. We've got some coming that way, some this way. So I'm going to attempt to defend this side. Not that you can do a great deal. You're just going to have a giant Barney in a minute, which is good fun. You can see they're getting over, so I'm going to go over and give them a good smash. I'm attempting to gun strike as much as I can to try and keep my armor up. I think Gunstrike gives you 1 armor boost. And if you can grab an enemy now and again when you see the blue sort of parry, that helps as well. Hit pretty hard there. Sometimes it's quite difficult though, so you can see I'm in trouble, so I'm going to place my banner. That went not bad. Looking pretty good there. Get some more ammo.
Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
One of the best parts of the game coming up. You can see the beast will come through there in a minute.
Its mere existence affronts both the Eye and the Imperium.
There it is. Captain Akran, he has a great voice.
Detonate the charges now.
Okay, we should detonate the charges, Captain. Oh, didn't you have the power, Captain? Sorry. Do you have the power? Sneaky Dave. Admiring the view. But we're doing alright, considering we've got a level 3 with us. Not bad at all. I fully expect us to struggle right at the end though. We'll see. You can also communicate with people if you want, so you hold up on the D-pad and then you can go to different things. So you can say things like this.
We are Bastion and Blade.
I'm not convinced we're going to do this though. We'll see. So here's the beast. Now we're in trouble. It's not a bad start, but now we're in trouble. You see this thing just does massive damage, so we just got to keep rolling away from it, and we can get other things coming in to attack us. Makes life even more difficult. You can see I'm getting hit hard here. All directions. Ah, no. See, now we're down to Valzabal. Oh no, they've managed to get Sneaky Dave assist. Either of them can get to me. The critical here is you want to get the other one to pick up one of the others before they get jumped. Just. Get him up. Now it's really going to kick off. Oh no. No way. So all Valzabal can do now is roll, but having that weaker player is just going to kill us. Be very surprised if they can survive. You never know, but no. No, we fail, which is the frustrating thing when you have a much lower player join in. So if we'd have had another 11, 12, 13, that would have been alright, but that is the frustrating thing about it. I wish it would block a lower player from joining, because, yeah, that was the difference. They did alright, but, you know, it's just too big a difference. So you can see we went through, from their point of view, they did alright, but only 500 XP, so you get the bulk of the XP for finishing. I'll just show you just before we finish up. So for me that was a bit of a waste, because it was all that work for 500 XP. Did get a little bit of stuff here, but not a lot, with the weapons developing. The last thing I want to point out to you is, and why that is frustrating, is I could have got that XP from the most basic of missions, and that's the frustration for me. Yeah, so if we look at this, change the threat, and if we looked at minimal, you see if we complete that we get 630 XP, so even the most basic mission, if you complete it, would have earned us more XP than going for any of these other ones. So substantial had we had a better player, or rather a higher level player. 1260 XP, so we lost 750 XP for not finishing the mission. Of course, all that time to fail right at the end is quite frustrating. But there you go, my friends. That's why I still enjoy Space Marine 2. I hope that was of interest to you. If it was, thumbs up please, much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and if you like what I do, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.